Shabbat Shalom and welcome to For Shabbat. So good to be with you. This Shabbat we read from the Torah portion known as Chayei Sarah, which means the life of Sarah. But in it we have her dying, and they do a little review of her life in the Torah. And then later on in the portion, it talks about Abraham's age. It says, Abraham was old and come along in days. And the commentary from the Zohar, the mystical teaching, says, when Abraham aged, he did not merely pass through the days of his life, he accumulated them. Each day was fully utilized so that they were fully possessed by him. What the commentary is saying is that every day of Abraham's life he used fully to the extent that he was able. And I like that message for people of all ages, but particularly for people who are aging and see their lives as becoming more limited. And while we might lose the privilege of driving or of being able to cook for ourselves, as things tend to get smaller, I want us to think about still how we utilize our days. For example, I once spoke at a retirement facility, and there was a woman there who was 101 years old, and we were talking about choice, how we make choices in our lives. And everybody was talking how bad the food was, and how bad this was, and how bad that was. And this 101-year-old woman stood up and she said, well, I've lost a lot of things in my life. People I loved, the ability to walk, the ability to see clearly, so forth and so on. But I've never lost the ability to love. I said, well, how do you express that? She goes, I'm on the phone for about 5 hours a day, calling my grandchildren and my children and my friends. And she then went on to say for her church, she calls people who are homebound and checks in on them. She said, Rabbi, I've lost a lot of things, but I haven't lost the ability to love. And I just thought to myself, in conjunction with reading this passage about Abraham, that she did not merely pass through the days of her life, she accumulated them and used them fully. I think that message for all of us, no matter what stage of life we're in, but particularly when we feel things getting smaller, there are a lot of things we can do that are still positive, meaningful, and move the needle on how we're living our lives and how we can positively affect others. In that spirit, tonight, we are honoring our veterans for Veteran Shabbat. Everybody's welcome. It is a moving service in which we'll ask for God's blessings upon those who have served so that we can pray and live and practice our faith in freedom and in safety. We are so grateful for all those who serve currently and continue to serve as veterans, spreading the word of freedom around the world. Please join us 7 o'clock tonight as we celebrate these amazing individuals. Take care, be well, Shabbat Shalom, and have a great weekend.